Hello, we're back for another Best Ball Mania stream. This time we'll actually be doing a Best Ball Mania draft rather than what did we do? A Schnauzer last time?
Schnauzer, maybe?
Yeah. And then we did take a Father's Day break, and now we're back.
Took Sunday as a day rest.
Yeah. You did some nice simulator golfing. That was awesome. That felt great in the morning.
Nice. Watching the US Open get rained out.
Yep. But there's this like new simulator place in town, and I mean the wife and two kids came too, but that they left after a little bit because they were bored, and then they went to get a coffee next door. So it was just me by myself and 18 holes.
Sounds like a perfect Father's Day.
Yeah, it was. I did 18 holes in an hour.
That's pretty good.
Yes, sir, Scott. We are doing a Best Ball Mania draft, but you can kind of, I mean, these drafts are the perfect way to get like as sharp of a mock draft that you can possibly get because people are playing this for $25 for a lot of money. So the ADP doesn't get sharper than this.
Yeah.
You know what that just made me think of too is how fun would it be or interesting would it be to do a auction best ball draft?
I thought Underdog actually sent me like a form or something recently. I don't know if you guys got it, and it asked for like what recommendations do you have, and that was one of the things I put in there.
That'd be kind of fun.
That'd be crazy.
I feel like there would be some manipulation or something. I don't know.
Yeah, but they can do this. They can put the same safeguards that they do in snake drafts.
True.
Like if X player goes for under this dollar price, or there's certain metrics where like they throw out a draft.
Right, they'd have to, yeah.
Like Jamar Chase for 175.
And I'll
Respot.
Finally.
RT Sports does auction best balls. I've never even heard of RT Sports.
I gotta look that up.
They're getting a search right now.
Real time. Real time. But I think what this might be, and correct me if I'm wrong, Scott, is you're just in like a 12-man league. Is that correct? So like it's almost like a cash game for best ball. Like you would be like you're with 11 other randoms, and the payout would just be for 12 people. It's not like tournament style. Is that correct?
I say Saquon.
Bijan or Saquon.
I like Bijan.
Bijan it is.
Let's go Bijan, man.
I feel like we don't have any Bijan.
I know.
Check. Let me pull it up.
Because I would see here, it says money leagues. I don't know.
Every year, are we just going to fade the top running back?
What do you mean?
Last year, we faded CMC. That hit for us.
It's a 10-team best ball.
So it's like a regular league.
Yeah.
So I mean, that's fun. Like it's still cool because you can just draft a bunch of teams. You don't have to worry about advancing and then advancing out of 3 more pods to get to a championship. Like it's just more like
regular season long.
Yeah,
but you don't have to manage your roster. You can just
that is cool.
I like that.
Kind of like a small field tourney, I guess, in a sense.
Yeah, super small field. And once you draft a player, like no one else has them on the
yeah. Then do you do like waiver pickups then?
No, best ball. I've seen these I've seen actually even more like casual people like our league, like people with their friends. They just turn their league into a best ball league because you get to do the draft, but then you don't have to worry about start sits all the time or even waivers. Like it just automatically sets your highest scoring guys.
I mean, that kind of takes away the fun of it.
I was just gonna say that's the most fun part of like having a league with the homies.
Yeah. I love watching Alex spend all his FOB money on Carson Steele every year.
And I love
it's like the best part.
People don't forget, huh?
Poopgate is the best thing we've ever had in the league.
Is what?
Poopgate.
Poopgate, yeah. Nick.
Oh, we're going way back, huh?
God, yeah.
Oh, I didn't mean to. I was taking a poop. I didn't mean to send that.
I mean, who trades Who trades in their prime?
Nick's inevitable for one, like, what do I want to call
Nick's
it?
inevitable for trying to just make the commissioner's life miserable at any point during the
One
not
confrontation per year.
It's
You
it's
blame it
more
on
than
me,
one.
but
I'd
that
set the over under at like 2.5.
The
Like that's a
championship
solid
that
one.
went down to the kicker that was in
Right.
the Bills game was probably the worst.
Hoopgate was the year before that.
It's going to make no sense for our audience. We don't even need to go into it.
Lad would be nice here.
I would love Lad because then we can get Justin Herbert.
Yes, we could.
No,
And now we're.
I don't think I've drafted T. Higgins at all.
I
That's
think what
that's
if
a
we
bad
did
decision.
JT?
I love
Why is it a
T.
bad decision? He's only ever got he's never broken 200 points.
What about JT?
Garrett Wilson.
I do not want to go double running back. I'd rather go T.
T. Higgins does not deserve to be in this range.
Yes, he does.
Yeah, he does.
No.
What are you talking? Where would he go?
I like him around the
You like Marvin Harrison better than T Higgins?
30 plus range.
Okay, so
Yes,
who are you?
I like
taking
Marvin
first?
Harrison and Garrett Wilson over
Mm.
T. Higgins.
So you,
No.
that's crazy.
You probably like Terry and JSN better than him.
I'd say, but
Yeah. I mean, I'm always in favor. Like
I'll say Marvin Harrison here just because I think he correlates with the Cincinnati game, and I don't really have. Like, I don't know. I haven't been drafting a lot of him.
We haven't
but
taken it.
only
We just drafted 3 guys we have 0 exposure to so
which
far.
is good.
Yeah.
It's because
You
I
know what I
like
like
all 3 of
doing?
these guys.
If I get an early pick like that, I love getting Marvin Harrison and Trey McBride and Kyler Murray. I think that's like an amazing stack because it's such a
I'm just
concentrated
not as
offense.
into the.
And then you get the
Trey
rushing
McBride this year.
upside with Kyler. Obviously, I feel like you capture
he doesn't run the ball as much.
60% of that team's points with 3 picks, which I think is really hard to do.
I think it's more so of your roster construction. It's hard to go elite tight end this year, in my opinion. I think your team looks worse
Yeah, I get that.
because I think
Brock
there's like.
Bowers is hard to click at 14.
Well, I would rather click Brock where he goes at like at 14. He took him early. He goes at like 17, 18. I'd rather take Brock in the middle of the second than McBride where he goes.
I think everyone overlooks how little McBride made it into the end zone last year.
Yeah,
Like,
no, I get
think he
that.
only had like 3 touchdowns. So if that goes up to 8, like he's tight end 1 easy.
But I remember them not like scheming anything for him. Like at the end of the season, they were because they were just trying to get him like a single touchdown. I remember it was like towards the end, like he might have.
Yeah.
It took a while for him to get
But they weren't actually scheming anything for him a lot of the season.
Well, that's probably why they sucked. I don't know. I think without James Conner being, we'll say, in his prime, it
Trey
should open
Benson.
it up. Yeah, I mean, we love Trey Benson, obviously, but I think you hope it opens up more for the pass catchers and giving them more options in the red zone.
Yeah, it's not like I don't.
Not necessarily a power back, right?
It's not that I don't like Trey McBride. I just think the teams with him look a lot worse. Like we'll go back to that one team. He took a running back, a receiver, and Trey McBride. We'll see what that team looks like by the end. Because you're
a balanced approach, but
you're forced to like just rounds 4 through 8, just do like receiver. Like you can't really stray at all. Like you have to just hammer receiver if you do that route.
Yeah.
So you're just forced into like a really specific thing if you go the Trey McBride or Bowers route. All right. Yeah, I'm good with DK here.
Our receiver room is full of fucking animals. If we get DK here,
Yeah, it's fine.
Taking our room in a fight any day. Throw George Pickens in there for the wild card. Just
I was going to say we should just
yeah, let's take Pickens next. Why not?
We got the WWE Showdown lineup.
Oh my goodness!
I mean, if Pickens, Flower, okay. Well, Waddle or Flowers would be nice too.
We can't get Zay on this wide receiver room. He's not fit the build.
Who? Zay?
Waddle.
Yeah.
You don't want a little speedster out there just in case?
No.
He'll just run laps, distracting guys right into DK.
Am I
Everyone's a little
crazy? Or
Manny
did
Pacquiao.
Joe Burrow really go there?
Yeah, he went there. That's where he goes. That's
He's
his
in,
like
like,
80.
Yeah, as long as he doesn't
like
get
50.
pushed.
Yeah, his ADP is like 50
Yeah. Okay.
because it's almost always the 1-1 drafter.
Yeah, and then it's just he's gonna.
Do we want to go Waddle?
Yeah, I would go.
Yeah.
The Chase drafter, you either have the decision to push him to 72. If you get Chase and Higgins, you can be like, okay, well, I'm going to try to just push him to 72 and see if a donkey takes him earlier.
Right.
I would say
So many
30
people
30
are blocking that.
yeah,
though.
30% of the time you'll get them, and 70% of the time you get sniped.
Yep.
So it's just like I think what the optimal thing to do is you probably take him at 48 about 50 to 70% of the time, and then you actually push it some of the time, because like you don't want all your Chase Higgins teams just to be like dead
Yeah.
if you just
Right.
always push it and rarely get it. So you want to be matching like what the field is doing. You just hope that it works out in those drafts that you push it.
Yeah.
But especially on like draft, like there's like certain tournaments, you just know, like these schnauzers and stuff, you just know some donkeys gonna take them before you.
So many donkeys out here, PP.
Well, that's what they are. They're donkeys. I mean, they're dead. Their team's dead the second they draft Burrow without Chase and T. Just like, remember, we could do a flashback to someone in this group that might have done the exact same thing last year.
Not me. I don't know.
Couldn't have been. Couldn't have been Mr. Poopgate over here.
Oh my gosh. Would you lay off?
Hey, you started it with the Carson Steele shit.
That was funny. I like the waiver sometimes. Like someone does it every year. You just happen to be last year, you know. He was set up in a good opportunity, but
I mean, I'd like to look back and see who else I could have gotten the rest of the year that would have been worth that much.
hindsight.
Right.
Always 2020.
Likely was early on. Nick might have.
Likely was like week 1 or 2 because he was
Yeah.
going off early.
Yeah, I'm trying to think. There wasn't like, I don't remember there being any crazy
No.
waiver pickup last year.
I got Puka his rookie year.
Yeah. What are you guys thinking here? I'm fine with, I mean, you guys know my love for Jacoby.
I'd
rather have Jacoby than Montgomery.
I'd rather have Montgomery.
I'll vote Jacoby or Judkins.
Me too. In that order.
Let's take Judkins.
Yeah, I think with the 4 receivers we got already, rather get.
Definitely not Laporta. What do you guys think of Swift?
I'm back in on him, but just, I mean, once some of
Me
those
too.
trade stuff fizzle, like Chubb and Dobbins especially, and no like Travis Etienne trade, it just, I'm back in.
One guy's getting a lot of steam out of camp.
I can't.
That's like what makes me like him the most. I mean, the free agent signings I think is big, but the fact that RB2 is up for debate in Chicago right now makes me love Swift so much more because there's not even.
We're on the clock here with
I'll vote Reed or
Jaden Reed
or Swift.
Alex.
I vote Swift.
That's why I like Jacoby. To me, is like this, like cut off, like this, like cliff. Like after him, I feel like some people would say it's after this range of like Reed, Diggs, but like to me, it's before the Packers. I guess Shakir I could include in that because I kind of like him, but I like Jacoby for sure more. So I like to have at least 4 receivers by Jacoby, sometimes 5.
PB, what do you think of Chris Olave's current ADP if Spencer Rattler is the starter? Because that was kind of the rumor this week out of minicamp.
I think where he goes in drafts, it doesn't matter who's his quarterback.
No.
He's Chris
Which
Olave.
round? 6 rounds is floor.
Yeah, I think he's going as like a wide receiver 3. Like,
Is he
Yeah.
going to wear the Guardian cap all year?
who knows?
You should.
I hope so for his sake.
He did have a lot of concussions. I had Olave last year. It was very frustrating.
That last one was so bad.
Yeah, it was rough. Hospital ball.
Yeah.
Okay. So now
You got to be getting into the
Kyler Murray probably.
Yeah.
Love that.
And then this is like the secondary cliff. I think it's like this group. Jacoby's like the cutoff for like all the main guys, like my primary receivers I want leading my team. Then there's that like middle tier where it's all the questionables like Diggs and his ACL and Ayuk and his ACL and the pup list and the Packers receivers. It's kind of like
No way this guy took him.
that's
Yeah,
Diaz
Trey.
McBride.
Right. See?
Well, we're now planning.
I like Jalen Warren in this range a lot.
Yeah, I like Warren a lot, and he would.
We could be almost done with running backs if we take Warren.
Yeah, we'd only need 5 if we took.
You'd probably get one handcuff late.
Yeah, one like upside handcuff.
So we're looking at
I don't like the
Rodgers.
buys at all.
Rodgers and Tua.
Gross. We could go Trey.
We cannot get a week 5 buy for our 5th running back.
Correct.
Oh, yeah.
We could go Trey.
Yeah, I like Trey Harris here.
Trey and Fields.
Well, we're
Get
just
Quentin Johnson late.
yeah. If we don't get Trey, I'm fine with getting Fields.
No, Herbert. Sorry.
Yeah, I'm saying if we get Trey, we can target Herbert. But I'm
yeah.
saying if we don't get Trey here, then we probably go Fields.
Fields is gone now.
All right, we got Trey.
We're gonna get crushed in week 5.
Yeah.
Sorry, early in the season.
Yeah, ideally we don't want our quarterback to be a week 5, but if we have 2 a week 12.
So this first guy I think is probably we don't have to worry about Herbert. The second guy has no quarterback, but also no Chargers. Just in terms of like, if we take Herbert at 118 or 123.
Where did Ladd go?
He went right before us.
Well, we might be double tapping quarterback here, so
Yeah.
we might be going like Herbert. Well, no, Tua's later, isn't he?
Yeah.
Okay.
We could get a tight end. You could get like round 10 tight ends are nice.
Yeah.
Ingram or Mark Andrews.
Warren, I just checked, is my highest running back. I have in Best Ball Mania, I have 45%.
Jeez.
I mean,
I've done like I think 25 drafts. So I'm saving most of my stuff. It's hard to wait, but I'm trying to wait till August.
everything I'm seeing is saying he's going to be a value monster this year.
Yeah, and Caleb Johnson was a 3rd round pick. So I don't know. I just have always liked Jalen Warren. He's super efficient. He just seems to fit. Like Rodgers should check down to him a ton. Yeah. He's for sure one of the best clicks in that range, in my opinion.
Yeah. Trying to see how much I have of him.
All right, so then Tua, Herbert, Rodgers late. If we need them, and I mean, I guess there's always Michael Penix if we need to do like Penix, Bijan, Pitts.
Where I think we
still get Mooney? He's probably gone.
No, he's gone. Or if Herbert's gone, I think we have to go Drake May because you can stack all the stuff later.
Yeah.
So Got to be Herbert or May here. Or we go May at 118 and then get Herbert after that.
No, I'd rather get Herbert.
Well, it's just the ADP difference. We'd still be taking both of them before ADP.
But it's like it's 2 picks.
I think we should be fine.
The one guy has 2 quarterbacks.
This guy's got no Chargers or Patriots.
Yeah, he's likelier to take May.
Any Patriots.
All right, then take May first.
And Dak's there. He would take Dak, I feel like, over Herbert. Does he have Lamb? Oh, yeah, he's going to take Dak with Pickens.
Maybe.
Okay, well, sometimes you just have to bank on a red badge doing something smart.
¿Cómo estás?
Good call.
All right, and that makes him less likely he'll take Herbert because he didn't do something stupid with that pick. So we should be able to get Herbert here.
Yep.
I love that QB room.
Yeah, Drake May has kind of that like rushing ceiling. Herbert,
very high floor.
They run it so much. I don't think he's a great fantasy QB.
I think Justin Herbert's gonna run more this year.
Gotta stay healthy. Every time.
I know. I think that's the thing. I think he is more healthy, and so he's gonna run more. Okay, so now we got our. This is kind of how I like to do drafts, and then you can save all the tight ends for later, and you still can get 3 great. We can get Hunter Henry. You got Isaiah Likely, Kyle Pitts, Ferguson, Goddard.
Running a little 2-4-5 right now.
Did you see the comments about Luther Burden?
Just not being able to be on the field.
Yeah, it didn't seem like the hottest report.
Yeah. No, Ben Johnson.
I mean, it's not wrong, right? Like if you're missing time this early in the season, he's a rookie. That's big.
He was also that's why he got drafted later. He was more of an injury type risk guy.
Yep. Yeah, no, Ben Johnson clearly was not happy with him, and it was a justifiable upset.
But who's their wide receiver for right now? Like, who does he have to beat out on the depth chart?
Oh, I mean, but they're just going to run 12 personnel. They'll have Rome and DJ Moore, and then they'll have Kmet and Loveland.
Yeah.
And that's such a great setup, especially with that insane offensive line. Get another tight end in there, like they're just going to be pushing teams around.
I'm just like not that worried about
Olamide Zacchaeus and Devin Duvernay.
Yeah, ooh, that's what I mean. Yeah, he's still going to be wide receiver 3 as long as he's healthy.
Correct.
But because you're wide
very well be 5th in the target order. Like I would still peg Rome, Loveland, and DJ Moore to get more targets. Then you have Kmet in there, and then Swift catches balls too.
Yeah.
So it's just unless he just is so good, it's hard for them to just not pepper him. Like it's going to be very hard for him to pay off his ADP.
Come on, no love for Tucker Kraft?
None. Zero love for Tucker Kraft.
Like you fell in love with him after seeing one tweet.
I liked Tucker Kraft last year. He was awesome.
Who do we like out of these?
Preferably, week 5. That's good. I mean, Kincaid's. We'll just take the early ADP and then get the other tight end probably with the next one. We should be able to get 2 of these guys.
Yeah, because this guy's already got 2.
This guy might go too, but we'll see. Oh, Ferguson's there too. I like Ferguson a lot as well.
That guy's probably gonna get him though.
Yeah, this guy is
He's
probably
gonna
going
take
to go
Ferguson.
Goddard, Ferguson, so that means we'll get likely. Which is, does that mean we have 2 week 7s? Yes, but we're going to take 3 anyway.
Go one late.
Yeah.
Maybe he won't take him.
Huh. Yeah, I guess we just take the non-week 7 then.
Yeah.
Yeah, I like Ferguson. Should have a good year.
I don't know why the Dak. What does he have on his team?
Did he have? No, what did he have? Did he have a first tight end already? No, I don't think so.
No.
Just got it, right?
Yeah. Yeah, that's interesting. To go Tillman there.
Big Tillman fan. Yeah, he took him ahead of
He wanted the week 17 run back.
For Pittsburgh. What's his Pittsburgh player?
Oh, you know what? I'm thinking week 1.
Could not be further apart.
Everyone's out here memorizing week 17 matchup.
Like week 1. How are we getting a head start on the year?
Yes, not checkers, boys.
Yeah, come on. You got to think different.
He's gonna be first on every leader. He's a screenshot equity. He just be first on every leaderboard after week 1. Stacking Pittsburgh, Cleveland.
I'm just sitting there. Hold. 17 weeks or 14 weeks.
Hunter Henry, throw him in there.
Oh yeah, that's a good call.
Yeah, that
Definitely not
makes sense. And
Mike
probably Rodgers.
No way.
Jalen Warren and Metcalf. Wait, why are we looking up Jets?
Run back.
Josh Reynolds in the last round.
Oh yeah, I'm fine with Reynolds in the last round, but I think we need DeMario, Hunter Henry. I don't know about what. I would way rather have Reynolds and Mike Williams. And
What do you think of Jalen Wright as our last round?
Freiermuth is another option because we're going to be getting Rodgers probably.
You want to go 3 QB?
Yeah, I think we should for sure be going 3 QB with this team. Drake May and Herbert.
Do we want Freiermuth or Hunter Henry?
Probably Henry because we don't really have stacking with him right now. And it's just another non-week 5 bye to get more points for that week. And probably DeMario with our next one.
Nope.
Nope.
I'm going to vote Jalen Wright and then be done at running back.
I don't hate it.
That's fine.
I did see that Brees Hall is a trade candidate if the Jets suck.
Yeah, that's why Braylon Allen is one of my favorite later round guys because you get injury upside and if they do trade him, if they start out, if they suck.
He's my number 1 running back right now.
Yeah, I like him.
46%.
But
sure.
Yeah, so I guess I'm fine with either Braylon Allen or Wright.
Jets run back.
Okay.
I feel like we've taken Wright a decent amount the last couple drafts too. We've definitely, I guess we've never gotten the 3, but we took 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, probably seven guys we didn't have exposure to, just off the top of my head. Yeah. Maybe 8 with Braylon.
Different draft.
Yeah.
Yeah, you want
different strokes for different days.
That's right.
Yep.
Is that the same?
I think so. It can be.
We've got our Tuesday night stroke. Sometimes it's a Thursday night stroke. Sundays occasionally.
Sunday night going from deep. 3 balls.
Sundays a slow
home runs.
That's a slow one.
You go slow draft on those days, slow strokes.
Yeah, slow strokes on those days.
What about the 20-second stroke? What day is that?
Most of the days.
Thursdays. You got to work the next day. You just got to hammer it out.
Yeah, it can't be up too late.
No.
Drafting all night, yeah.
Late night stroking.
Man, that guy in the last spot must be really running back needy.
Jeez.
It's all like the high ups. Oh my, Tajay. Who did he? He must have just taken like one guy early or something, or none.
No
Zero
guys,
RB.
really.
1, 2, 3. Yeah, he went true 0.
I don't
So
hate
who
it.
is like week 1 and week to week like 4 points? It's Tajay. Ooh, that's even too much for
bad.
me.
The Bucks are saying that they want to run 3 running backs this year pretty evenly.
We'll see. I'm curious because Bucky kind of
Who's the third?
Sean Tucker.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
He had some huge games.
Yeah, he
did.
did.
Broke a few slates at towards the end of the year for sure.
Do we get our Houston run back on some value, hopefully, here?
Yeah,
If we have any of him, Jalen Noel.
Yeah.
we don't.
I don't love him, but
I don't
I'd
either.
rather have Michael. Oh wait, we didn't get Kyler.
Yeah, we would have 2 Cardinals with no Kyler. Not
I'd
any.
rather take Rodgers.
Well, I think we just probably go Jalen Noel and then just push Rodgers. This guy has 3 quarterbacks.
Yeah.
And that guy's no Pittsburgh guy. No, did he take Frymouth?
Or we get Rodgers and Calvin Austin.
Oh, he did, but no, we can go Noel. Just push it. We can take Danny Dimes if we need to.
I also, like,
Oh,
of course.
Could have had the triple stack.
I don't
yeah,
know.
we had Warren and
We have to get a third quarterback, though.
What I was just
I
gonna.
mean,
We had Warren, Freiermuth, DK, and we could have gotten Calvin Austin.
yeah. I personally thought we needed a third with Drake May and Herbert. But dude, I don't know if
It doesn't make it. Why push it or why force it now?
Yeah, now I don't know if we force it.
We could go.
I think we need a receiver, if anything. Like we have 6. We have 2 more picks. So yeah, probably
2, 6, 6 or 2.
2. I like 2. Week
I like
8.
Mitchell.
Add Mitchell, camp star.
If we don't have Danny Dimes or Richardson, there's no
You
way
could get
we
Danny
take him.
Dimes and push Add Mitchell.
That was 2 was just a Bijan correlation. Mike Williams seems like a complete 0. I'd rather have Reynolds than Mike Williams.
Me too.
Like they have Ladd, and I like Trey Harris a lot, and Quentin Johns. I just don't see any way Mike Williams is anything.
I mean, we also have Braylon now as a run back too, so it don't necessarily have to go Reynolds. If someone we like more is there.
He's one of my favorite late receivers.
If Jarquez is there, I don't even mind taking. If there's like a good handcuff running back like Jarquez, I'm like Jarquez.
I like him too.
The thing is, like, I think Ad Mitchell can like have boom weeks.
He doesn't have his
Jarquez Hunter. Like Jarquez Hunter, you're hoping for,
Ray McLeod.
You're hoping, what you're hoping for is Kyron Williams to not be good, and Sean McVay and everyone, the coaching staff, realize it, and then they play him. And what is the truth? Kyron Williams is not good.
But they have Blake Corum that they spent draft capital on. I know he didn't play. I know
they were giddy. Sean McVay wanted one guy, and it was Jarquez.
I'm just playing devil's advocate here, not because I'm a Colts fan. I'm just saying, like, Ad Mitchell was one of the best route runners for separations last year. He was a top 10 receiver in that category. So, like, the Colts like him. Now they have presumably maybe a slightly more accurate quarterback.
But what target do you think he is?
You said it. Chat, clip that chat.
I said, well, first of all,
you danced around it. You danced around what you wanted to say.
Where do you think? I just want to know in the pecking.
Yeah, he's probably fourth. He's fourth.
Fourth in the Colts run heavy offense. That's pretty tough.
Well,
he's not beating out Pittman or Downs, and I believe Tyler Warren is way better than AD Mitchell. So yeah, I think fourth is his ceiling.
Well, they play vastly different position.
And he splits with Alec Pierce. Yeah, they play different positions. That doesn't change the target shares. And Alec Pierce he'll be competing with. So it's like he's fourth, but also competing with Pierce for that. I think he's a fine click if you go the Daniel Jones or whatever, if you take Richardson or something, but
We can
I
do
don't
Hunter.
think you take him as a one-off.
I think you can because of possible spike weeks.
Jarquez, if we're going for upside here, Jarquez easily has more upside than AD Mitchell.
Well, yeah,
Now,
because
you could say, oh, it's Corum. Okay, I'm fine. Let's take Corum. But I'm saying one of those Rams running backs, to me, easily has some of the most upside of the entire draft, and they're in the 18th round. And I think Jarquez, when we start getting into camp throughout the summer, he's not going to be an 18th round pick anymore. He's already gone from like 215 when the draft opened till what? He's at 190 something now.
Yeah.
We got him in the 18th again, luckily, because people are sleeping on him in this draft. But like, I think he could go to like the 15th round, this 14th round during the rest of the summer.
Okay.
That'll do it for this draft. We'll be back on what is today? Tuesday, Thursday, same time. So please leave a like, hit the subscribe button, turn post notifications on, leave a comment, and we'll see you on Thursday.